Hi, this is Linda again, and I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks. I've been under the weather just a little bit, and I have two new creations that I wanted to share with you. But first of all, I wanted to thank all of you that have supported me on YouTube and have subscribe to my YouTube channel and said all the nice things that you say. It really means a lot to me. It's a very special group of people out there that watch the videos, and it's also a very special group of people that make journals. There's so many on YouTube and the Etsy shop where my shop is, and I really appreciate everybody's kind remarks and support that you have given me during this adventure in my life. And I just wanted to really tell you how much I appreciate every one of you, and thank you so much. This one that to start in today, let me stop talking and get down to what you tuned in to see. This is BIRDSONG. It's a Faux Midori. Her name is BIRDSONG. The cover is, I've got it turned 5 1/4 by 7 and almost a half. The cover is that, and then whenever I get inside, I'll measure her again. And all of the paper is Tim Holtz. You know how much I like all of his paper. It's a Tim Holtz collection, and this is a stained craft text, which is like a leather fabric. It's very durable. It's got to last forever. And then it's got the Midori ties here, the elastic bands, and then there's 3 little charms right here. You got a little pumpkin, you got a key, and you got a feather. And then on the back side is another Tim Holtz collage collection, and I just put them on black cardstock, and the craft text goes all the way around, supporting, so it makes a soft cover, very lightweight. She doesn't weigh hardly anything. So I have gotten several comments about Midori. What does it mean? Well, number one, this is the signature of the Midori, but this is not a Midori. That's why we call them faux Midoris. We copy the style of the original Midori, and then we put our own takes on it. And let me take these out. There's 4 signatures. There's 160 pages, and what we mean by Midori is I'll take this one out, but all 4 of the signatures, which is a group of paper, which I have bound together by hand using the pamphlet stitch, and each one of them will have charms, little heart charms on it. But you can take these out, write in it, or put it in your real Midori case. I think they will fit. This is 5 by 7, a little under 7 size. So I think this is the fill note size of a Midori case. And so you can take these out, and they stand alone. Here's the stitching on the back, and I used wax thread, binding thread. And then whenever you want to, you just open it back up to the center, which is where the binding is, and the little hearts, and you just pull up the elastic band, slip it back in there, and then you're all ready to go. And these are the charms hanging down from each signature. So that is what a faux Midori is. And so you have 4 signatures you can take out and put them back, or whenever you're finished writing in them, you can actually get more signatures and replace them and use this as your cover. This is a very unique cover. Let me show you what I mean. It's not one of my standards. Look at all the little charms. Each one flips out front and back. Here, I'll do one side because I can't get in the camera. And then each one has, you hear my little French bulldogs upstairs barking. Each one has a double pocket. And again, this is the Tim Holtz paper. But you have a pocket here. These are craft cardstocks that you can write on. Here, let me put that down. Sometimes my hands don't want to move the right way. And here is another one. And so here's the double. One is black, right in here. And here's the second one, which is the green. Everything has been edged with vintage photo, distressed vintage photo. And each one of these are beautiful journaling cards. And then you just flip it back up, and here's another little pocket here that you can use. So in total you've got 1 and 4, so that's 5 pockets on this one side. Nice size, long. They call them belly bands, but I'm going to call them a pocket. And then if you flip over to the back side, and this is that craft text that I stained in the Distress Walnut by Tim Holtz. And this flips out the same, so it has the double here. So you can see the cards. And the double on this side. And then another one on this side. So it's identical. Okay, now we can, and it just shuts very nicely, but yet you have this extra, and I like the way that this looks. It looks like you're looking at suede or leather right here. The color of it is just gorgeous. It's all earthy tones. You know, Tim Holtz is an earthy tone papers. Hold on a minute, please. My phone's ringing. Okay, I'm back. That was my daughter. She's on her way home for lunch. So she was just giving me a call to let me know. So this is the first signature, and you have the burlap and lace trim here. And like I said, this is BIRDSONG, so obviously you're going to see that there's a lot of bird pages in here in this collection, and then the little stamp dragonflies that I got. And on this side I have pinned this little bird with the stamps, vintage stamps. And his paper is just beautiful that he coordinates with this collection. It looks like old vintage wallpaper. And then I put a leaf stamp here. Got put in different sizes and different textures of paper throughout, but there is a lot of cardstock. There's a lot of places to write. And here is a little beetle stamp. This is your mixed media paper. It's a lightweight paper, but it's not cardstock, and yet it's not regular copy paper. But it takes watercolor in case you want to get adventurous and paint anything or sketch something. And then we have a little line paper, little ant, cardstock, and the beetle again there. My coffee stain papers, I like them dark and rich like this, but yet they're smooth and you can write on them. They're not real crinkly. A leaf stamp with the, I was having fun to learn how to stamp with different colors on my stamp to give it a more realistic look. And if you notice, I sniffle a lot, have sinuses, and I live here in Kentucky off of the Ohio River. And if you live in this part of the country, I found out that sinuses become a big thing. My daughter has it too. It's just nerve-wracking. You just have the sniffles all the time since I moved here. The 19 years that I was in outside of Detroit, Michigan, I never had a sniffle. But here I do nothing but sniffle and have a runny nose. This is the center of the first signature that I had taken out. Love the different patterns on the coffee stain papers. And here's a little grasshopper, the dragonfly up here, a leaf. The mixed media paper. There's a lot of, and here's a pocket, and I decoupaged it, and you got that nice big tag in here. And then you've got the blue burlap ribbon. Don't you just love his papers? I mean, they're just so, I don't know, they're just so warm and inviting. Here's a tag that I've clipped on. An old book page, to live, to love, to learn, to leave a legacy. See what I mean with the coffee stain? It just turned out gorgeous with the group that I did for this book. Center of the second signature, and again, you know, you can just slip these out and then put them back. If I can find the start, see, here it is. So you just slip it out, and again you have the binding here in the center. So they're standalone, so you've got 4 of the standalones with the little brass hearts on the end of the string. Burlap again. Sometimes the cardstock with Tim Holt is so thick that whenever you're turning it, you feel like that you're turning 2 pages, but it's just really nice cardstock. Another of the mixed media paper, which means that you can put acrylic paint, water paint, magic markers. They say that you can put anything on here and the paper should take it. Little notepad here. A lot of personality in this little book, and like I said, it's 160 pages. It's just so cute. Again, this is one of my favorite sizes. They just fit so much better in my hands. And if you wanted to, you could just put it in your purse and take it with you. Or you could take out a signature and take with you. That's the one good thing about a Midori, is they travel well. I think that was the purpose of making it. And here you have a little bird charm on this burlap ribbon in the pocket, the decoupage pocket there. Some rounded corners. Always the first one in a signature will be rounded, and like I said, they've all been edged. The center of the last signature with the little hearts. And I did want to say, when I'm coming to the end of this one, whenever I reach my subscription of 500 subscribers on my YouTube channel, I will be giving away a journal. Probably be a 6x9 journal, or y'all can let me know what size that you'd want to register for, and I'll just take all of the people that have subscribed since I started, and have a drawing, and then in one of my YouTube videos coming up, I will tell you who the winner is. But I've been watching, it's been going a little slow, but I have it planned, and so probably it will be some kind of new spring journal. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you like Birdsong, and thank you so much for your support again. I just wanted to let you know I do appreciate it, and y'all have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.